She lived life the way she wanted to and made her dreams come true.
Hello, beautiful Taurus. I'm Trini, and welcome to your general tarot reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of July. We're going to take a look at everything. Overall energy, I'll lay a Celtic cross spread for you. I'll also lay cards for love, money, and career. And then I'll close with a spirit animal card. And that's really good to know what energetic support is coming to you at this time. Now, before I start pulling cards, I love to play a healing tone to help you relax and also to help raise your vibration so that you're open to receive all of the wonderful messages that universe has for you. So beautiful, Taurus. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Release any tension that you feel in your body. Allow any fears, doubts, or worries to melt away. Know that this is your time. I see truth, I hear truth, I know truth, and I speak truth. So must it be on all dimensions. Ashe. Alright, Taurus, let's get into it and see what message Divine has for your overall energy for the month of July. You're very close to achieving your goal. There's something that you have been working towards, and Divine is saying it is not time to stop. It's not time to quit, because that's when this card comes up. It's like when you're like, oh my goodness, when? When is it going to happen? And sometimes that's, it's a very natural question to ask when it's hard to be patient, but it also means that when you start having these doubts and having these fears of not getting there, that's when you're really getting somewhere. And so your strength is being tested at this time. Your ability to motivate yourself is being tested, but it will be worth it to keep going. All right, so hopefully that will help inspire you to stay motivated. And there's an art to motivating yourself. There really is. Trust me, I know. Because sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like, accomplishing the things that are so important to do. I'm laying a Celtic cross spread. I don't know if I said that. I'm so busy talking. But yeah, it's like when you get to that place where you can motivate yourself, it's so empowering. It's so powerful. Divine says show this one too. Ooh, you've got 6 of Wands. So yeah, recognition. There's something that you're going to be recognized for. And that goes right along with you're very close to achieving your goal. So just know that you are making progress and it's beautiful, okay? And you're going to be recognized for your effort. For your current situation, you've got 4 of Cups. And okay, that makes perfect sense, because what I'm getting here is that, like, with 4 of Cups, you're just bored with something. You're like, I'm not really feeling this anymore, and it's that feeling of wanting to give up on something. But it's conflicted with 3 of Wands, which is about expansion and moving forward and planning and saying, okay, I've got my plan. Now I'm ready to make these steps forward. Take these steps forward. And so that's what Spirit is saying that you should do right now, is to keep going. But you've just been feeling very sort of done, tired. You might be getting restless and wanting to do something different. Okay. For your basis, you've got 3 of Pentacles. So this is about being willing to work together collaboratively. I feel like there have been some situations in the past where you have worked with other people and you've reached out with other people. For some of you, this is within your friendship circles and your relationships with other people. And for some of you, this is within the workplace. but you have put forth an effort to work with other people and to share with them, and it just has gone to the left. And I feel like you have carried some of those pains with you, some of those disappointments with you, and so it has shifted your perspective on a lot of things regarding being willing to work with people. But that's what you're having the opportunity now to do. I feel like there is an opportunity to reach out and to work with someone collaboratively, but it's testing your trust, because you're like, I don't know, I've had things go really badly in the past and I really don't want to go there again. So but Divine is saying that the right opportunities will present themselves to you. So those are the things that you're going to move forward with. Okay, it's the things that are right for you. For your past, you've got Four of Wands. So I see that there was some celebration. I feel like for some of you, there was, I see very literally, like I feel like there's something you got dressed up for, something that you were like planning for. You may have been doing some shopping to prepare for an event or something like that. But I feel like there was something that was sort of a big deal for you, okay? And I hope you enjoyed it. I do feel like there was mostly positive energy around it, but you know, sometimes there's some things that shift, you know, so it starts out being very positive and then it kind of takes a turn for what we didn't want or what we didn't expect, okay? Now that's really interesting that I said that, because for your present energy, you've got Page of Cups. So I feel like there is romance that's coming to you. And I don't know if this was related to that event or that big, you know, deal. It could have been a vacation. It could have been a wedding that you went to or something, or an event, or, but I feel like there is a new opportunity for love. I see romance in your present. And yeah, I feel like there's an interest that's building. So it may be something that's relatively new, but it's building. For some of you, this Page of Cups is regarding some of those like connections, and it's not romantic, okay? It's regarding that Three of Pentacles, where you're going to have more collaboration within your work and your creative fields, okay? So but either way, I see it as positive energy, either for love or for connections at work, okay, or with your creative endeavor. For your future, you've got Three of Cups. Oh my goodness. So like you've got Four of Wands, you've got Three of Cups. I see happy union with other people. Like I see you coming together and having some joy, having some time to celebrate, and yeah, and that's a really good thing, because with your Taurus energy, you know, that's Venus, and that's love and romance, and so it's good for you to have these experiences where you're able to feel that passion and that romantic aspect of things, and also to connect with other people. And I feel like what's been stopping you is a fear of having some craziness from the past reoccur, right? Because you've been through it with other people, and it's like you've just been fed up and you didn't want to go there again. But this is a good opportunity. This is a good opportunity to trust to a certain point. I'm not saying to make yourself completely vulnerable, because you have to build trust, right? But it's a good opportunity to be willing to connect. For your power, you've got Knight of Swords. So this is about having the ability to think, and to think with clarity, and to move forward based on that thought. So what that requires is trust in yourself. And Divine is saying that that's what's most important at this time, is for you to trust your own decisions, and let those gut instincts propel you forward, okay? For the people around you, you've got Knight of Pentacles. So there's someone around you that has like a very grounded energy. With this Knight of Pentacles, it's it may be relatively new to the scene. It's not Paige, but it's someone who you're familiar with, but you haven't really gotten to know them completely. But they have some nice, steady, grounded energy, and it's going to be very prosperous for you. I see this as a relationship at work. This might be, even though it's Knight, you know, it's not King of Pentacles, but I feel like this could be someone who could have sort of a mentor type energy. Okay, someone that could give you some input, you know, or have something to say that's worth listening to. Okay, I feel like there's some insight that you'll gain from this person, from hearing what they have to say, or from observing them. For some of you, you're not really connecting with it, but you're watching them. And I feel like they are going to have an experience. They're going to go through something that's going to teach you what to do next. Okay? But you can just watch if you need to. Yeah. All right. For your hopes and fears, you have the Emperor. So, and this makes perfect sense with your earth energy. You want to feel so grounded at all times. And that's so important for you. So when you're going through times of change, and when you're going through shifts, energetic shifts in your life, it can feel very upsetting. And so you might feel like with changes with finances and concerns about your schedule and being consistent and having a certain level of stability, you might be feeling a bit uneasy about that at this time. You might be afraid of not achieving all of your goals and accomplishing everything that you want to. But the good thing is, for your outcome, this is Knight of Wands. And so this is that energy of moving forward with passion and doing what it is that you are motivated to do, really tuning into what you feel driven to do, not just what's a choice, what's an option, well, you know, or, you know, what feels like an obligation. No, but doing what you really want to do, okay? And I see you taking risks. I see you taking risks. So this is a really beautiful outcome with the situation having been that Four of Cups, where it's like you were bored and not really feeling it, and just, but you're going to move forward with what's right for you. You're making the right choices. So have confidence in yourself. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull a couple cards for love. Oh, you've got the card for protection. Oh, I love that. I love that. All right, so, okay. Oh, ooh, okay. So I was just like, wow, this was Four of Wands for the second time. Four of Wands. I feel like there were plans for a wedding and it just didn't happen. I feel like there were at least hopes for it. Because with this Five of Cups, it's like disappointment, you know? If it happened, it may not have happened the way that you wanted it to happen. You know, there may have been some changes or some disappointments about it. So it may have been like just not the way that you wanted it to be. But Divine is saying that it's because of protection. So I feel like for some of you, this is that there was a hope to have a wedding, but it just that was never manifested. Okay, it never manifested. For some of you, this is about a wedding happening, but it didn't, you know, maybe it was because of family issues or financial issues, but it just didn't happen either at the time or in the way that you wanted it to happen. So there may have been some disappointments regarding that, but with this protection card being here, Divine is saying that the way it worked out is exactly the way it was supposed to, because even though it caused pain and disappointment, there's something about it that it could have gone so much worse. And so it ended up being in your favor that it didn't pan out the way that you had hoped. Okay. I feel like, yeah. And that's a very challenging thing to have to accept, right? When things don't go the way that you wanted them to go, or when your expectations aren't met. But sometimes those disappointments happen because if we had gotten what we wanted, it would have turned out so much worse. So you were protected. All right, I'm gonna pull a card for money and finances. Okay, so you've got a couple here. You've got oh, this is so cute. You've got recognition and you've got animals. So, all right, Divine is telling me to pay attention to, and that's, I'm so glad we're gonna pull from the spirit animal deck, okay? But Divine is saying to pay attention to the animals around you, because they will tell you what to do in your work, like what pace you should be at, like with your work and things like that. So a perfect example is like if you see a possum, that's an animal that's associated with, you know, they play dead. So they know how to rest. They know how to trust, because when they close their eyes and something is around them, some kind of predator, they trust themselves. They trust the universe that it's going to be okay. I'm going to sit here and close my eyes and everything's going to be okay. So they're able to, one, slow down. Okay, so when you see an animal like that, it's like slow down, take your time, take a rest. And they also trust the universe. So that may be telling you to trust and to stop worrying. When you see an animal like a bee, like they're very busy and they work together, they collaborate. So that's guiding you to work with others. When you see a squirrel, like they're so busy, but also if you ever watch a squirrel run across a fence, they'll go and then they stop, and then they'll go and then they stop. So they know how to rest. So when you observe animals in nature, they will tell you what to do with your work, okay? So you can use that as a way to guide you, but some of you are being guided to work with animals, and so that's such a beautiful passion to have when you are working with nature in that way. Now you've also got the recognition card, so you are going to be recognized and praised for something that you have been putting time and effort into. And this is going to feel really good. But Divine is saying to know that no matter who pats you on your back, you are still your biggest cheerleader. Always remain as your biggest cheerleader, because there may be cycles where you're being praised and noticed. And there are cycles where sometimes things are very quiet. And it's up to yourself to motivate you. You know, like you have to get that motivation from within. So enjoy it and receive it, because you deserve it. But just allow that to sort of confirm what you already know about yourself, because you already know you're amazing. All right, I'm going to pull a couple cards just to clarify for money and career. All right, you've got 8 of Cups and 6 of Swords. So I see that you're moving to something different, like you're switching something up. With 8 of Cups, there's something that you're leaving. And this could be related to that relationship. If the relationship ended, you have chosen to sort of focus on your career and your endeavors. Okay, so you're putting a lot more emphasis into that. For those of you who haven't left a relationship, I feel like you have left a lot of those emotional connections and ties that just were not serving you, whether it's like disrespectful friendships, you know, or even family relationships that you've had to say, you know what, I'm not going to nurture this right now because it's not nurturing me. Like, you know, at some point in time, there has to be some reciprocity. So for some of you, you're leaving that like unhealthy situation and you're making a change. For some of you, you're actually relocating or changing jobs. But I see this also as more like on an energetic level where you're moving towards something different that serves you better. Okay? All right, I'm going to close with a spirit animal card. So let's see. All right, that one flew up. So let's go ahead and take that. All right, you've got the cheetah. And this is about focus, clarity, and speed. You're being guided to be mindful and value yourself. Strategize your days. Be patient. Take calculated risks and take action towards your heart's desires. You have what you need to change your life today and to become the best version of you. All right, so you are definitely moving forward and with focus and clarity. Okay, so trust yourself. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care.